But sorry, I'm back. The interview was slow. I did everything. I'm back. Now, hopefully, the video might work. Hopefully. Let's get back to the video. Now, Indiana, you be nice. Now. Perfect. Now, let's make the screen a little bigger. Now we could watch the video together.
Dragon 25035, this matter is on for
Much better, huh?
sentencing today. I'll note I do have a number of requests to get from you.
Well, it's not my end then. It's a video.
That they could cover today's proceedings unless there's an objection to the contrary. Is there any objection from the parties?
No, Your Honor.
You want to come up?
Court will permit the same.
You want to come up, Ajax? Here.
Said we're on for sentencing. It's back on September 22nd.
You guys see that video?
Guilty to one count of manslaughter in the first degree, the agreed upon sentence being 22 years in state prison with 5 years of post-release supervision, a waiver of appeal, and mandatory state surcharges. Is that people's understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Gatto, that's your understanding? The people who sentence,
People still move, Your Honor.
would you like to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor.
You guys see that
Before
video?
I speak, there are
All about an officer beat up an inmate, an officer beat up a inmate, an officer beat up a prisoner in the prison and a kid. That's on my end. I think it's that video that. I think it's that video of their end. I clear all my cookies, all my glitz. I think it's their end.
read on the record. The first being from Robert Jr., the victim's son. Last December, I watched you beat my father to death on
Oh,
camera.
wow.
You showed my father no mercy at all. You treated my dad like he was an object and not a human. Watching your actions on camera felt like I was stuck in a horror film, a horror movie, and you guys were the monsters. I felt broken. And there was nothing I could do. I will never get my dad back. I pray your loved ones never have to endure the kind of pain.
Do you notice that it always, when I copy up anybody, it always the other ways. You know? You notice that, everyone? When I copy up anyone, it's the other ways. You know? Not the white people, the other ways. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. I wonder if the cops are part of the KKK. You know? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. You know? 80% or 90%, they be of the other race, not the white people, mostly. You know? I don't get it. I really don't get it. You know? I don't know if they get paid for it doing this. It's sad. It's dating back the same old way it did back in the 60s and the 70s. You know? Sad.
I experienced. All of this could have been avoided if you and your fellow officers just did your job. My dad would be alive. I pray this case teaches others that they can't treat incarcerated people like animals. I pray this case sparks real conversation about the need for change the prison system that you are entering.
There must be
This time, we're in green instead of blue.
This must be the police officer right here. There must be the police that beat up the inmate. Damn. He looks like a freaking dangerous guy. What do you guys think? Look at this. Look how he's standing. He don't even look at him. Like standing in a damn mall. Nothing even happened. You know? Look at the eyes. The evil eyes. You know? And look at them, reading in the paper. What are you guys thinking on a lower mind? You know? That must be the father, you know? Man, the father is very calm. When he was reading this, very calm the father is, you know? Very calm.
Now, Your Honor, I will read the statement from Jared Ricks, brother of the victim, brother of Robert Brooks.
Oh, brother, I'm sorry, guys.
My brother was my idol growing up. He was wise beyond his years, had a heart of gold, and lit up any room he walked in. I will not allow these fateful final moments to define his legacy. Over the last 11 months, my family has felt so many emotions. Grief, anger, resentment, hopelessness are all at the top of that list. Witnessing someone you love being treated with such cruelty by the correctional officers of the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision has opened our eyes to the atrocities transpiring behind those walls. My brother's situation was an anomaly. Not because these organized beatings of incarcerated individuals don't happen. We know that they do. But because the 30-minute recording of the body-worn cameras exists. We've heard countless stories that mirror the events of December 9th, 2024. But
Oh, no, it's
justice
not
was
you,
served.
damn.
Today, we get justice. Today, we heal just a little bit, knowing that you are no longer authoritative figures of this system that failed Robert Brooks. You will now have a unique experience of going from officer to convict. As you men begin your journey into the New York State Department of Corrections, I hope your welcome committee shows more grace than you gave my brother on December 9th of 2024. Your Honor, we would just ask that.
If you guys coming in, welcome in, TH and OMR. This guy beat up the email, the prisoner inside the prison, and he died, and that's his brother. You know. I don't know who you are. Well, that's the first warning. Not be nice. Good morning, John Paul. How you doing, my friend?
These statements be incorporated to the following sentences of the other co-defendants. We won't reread those for each one of those sentences. Your Honor, I'll just briefly follow up with a statement from the people. And Judge, obviously there's not much more that I can say that the family, Mr. Ricks and Mr. Brooks, haven't already. And it is important that we now get to shift our gear to the focus of the victim and what happened to him. This entirety of this investigation and this trial and these pleas and sentences were focused on the defendants. They're focused on their atrocities and their actions. And I think Mr. Ricks and Mr. Brooks appropriately stated who their father, who their brother was. And that's important to know. It's because in their image, in their eyes, we get to see the man that Mr. Brooks was. We get a sense of who he could have been, not for him coming across these individuals. When we circle back to the beginning of this investigation, we get a deeper look into the Department of Corrections and what goes on in the correctional facility. And unfortunately, Mr. Brooks came across Mr. Freeman on that day. Mr. Brooks, in search of safety and security because of experiences that he was
Well, the brother is very calm.
Correctional facility. It came to light that he was seeking safety and protection from the wrong place, unfortunately. That when he received that welcoming committee, it was not from the individuals that were supposed to be protecting him, and yet it was those individuals that became his abusers. Throughout the investigation, you'll see, or we've seen, that he's beaten, he is broken, he's unprotected, he's unsafe, and these men took advantage of that, of a man in that dire straits. And it is unfortunate that we won't be able to see what Mr. Brooks would have done with his life after he exited that facility. We have gotten to know Mr. Brooks and Mr. Ricks very well throughout this process, and I've heard a lot about who their loved one was, and I got to see who he was in their eyes and how they spoke about him and who the men they are. And I can only imagine that Mr. Brooks would have been the same if given that opportunity.
Man, his brother is very calm. Very calm, his brother. You know? Very calm. Not even crying. Man, he's taking like a man, you know? Amazing.
Judge, these correctional officers are in a facility and doing a very hard job. And in this investigation, it is said many times that they are living the same life as those individuals when they go behind that wall. But the truth of the matter is, Your Honor, the expectations of these officers are different. They are held to a higher standard. They are behind that walls to be better, to do better, to help individuals be better once they are released. This investigation has shed light that is not happening, that did not happen, that they took away that opportunity from Mr. Brooks. It said in the statement that they hope that he gets treated better than their loved one was. And truly speaking, Judge, I don't know if that will happen. But I will say, and I will echo that I've said to the family, that the death of Mr. Brooks has shed light on that.
Wow.
So at least now we know there is a potential that these things won't happen again, and that these individuals, these incarcerated individuals, these men and women serving their time will be granted that opportunity to be better once they leave. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Woodcourt. Mr. Rihanna, would you like to be heard?
Your Honor, just briefly. I've come to know Anthony well throughout this case.
Gentlemen. Hey, Summer Duck, how you doing? This must be the cop over here, you know? And this is over, you know? The cop look kind of evil, you know? Not even standing looking at the wall, seems like it, you know?
What appears on the body-worn camera is not the man I know. For 24 and a half years, he served in the New York State Department of Corrections.
Exactly, Sly, exactly.
Demanding dangerous jobs in public service. An environment where officers are routinely berated, assaulted, and placed in harm's way. Having served in that role myself, I understand firsthand the toll that takes. Despite those conditions, Anthony served with honor, professionalism, and courage. His personal record reflects multiple accommodations, including separate occasions where he intervened and rescued inmates. Outside of his service to the state, he's been a devoted husband for more than 20 years. He has raised 3 children who are positive, productive members of this community. From the outset, Anthony has expressed genuine remorse. He understands that the situation here deteriorated regardless of the circumstances unfolding. He knows he should have intervened. While friends and family urged him to continue fighting these charges, he insisted on taking responsibility and directing the result of this case. Some may attempt to define him solely what occurred on December 9th, 2024. But that isolated moment does not erase a lifetime of honorable service, personal sacrifice, and meaningful contribution. His character, his career, the way he's lived his life, the family he's raised, speaks truly to who he is. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rihanna. Mr. Farina, was there anything that you want to say prior to being sentenced? Well, for the record, the defendant did waive his right to appeal at the time of his plea, so I'll not be going over those rights again. One thing I want to clarify, I did receive your sentencing memorandum, Mr. Rihanna, and with the number of statements on Mr. Farina's behalf that were attached there too, there was one overriding theme in a great many of them, which implored me to show leniency and impose a sentence less than was agreed to by the parties. So we're all very clear and very much on the same page. This is an agreed upon sentence. This is an agreement that was reached between the prosecution and the defense. At this juncture, this court has no authority for the people's asking to sentence to a minute more than was agreed to, or for anyone else is asking to sentence to a minute less than was agreed to. The agreed upon sentence is what will be imposed here today. As to the conviction for manslaughter in the first degree, the defendant is hereby sentenced to a determinate sentence of 22 years in state prison.
Wow, that's good.
5 years of post-release supervision, along with a mandatory surcharge, crime victim, and DNA fees, which will total $375. The defendant is committed for the term of the sentence.
Good judge.
released. However, the proposed form you sent to me suggested that I was returning that to you, but it was posted by a Diane Farina.
Correct.
Well, the judge is pretty good, a judge. No, 22 years in prison. That's not bad. Yeah, 22 is better than freaking 3 years or 2 years, you know? But at least the judge gave a fair, you know? I agree with this side. It should be more, you know? Maybe 25 to 30 years, you know? But 23 is not bad, you know? But he didn't say nothing all about parole or nothing, you know? I think he's going to send it to 23 years straight, I think, you know?
It'll be returned to Diane Farina.
Understood.
Nicholas D'Angelo.
This is the matter of the people against Nicholas Anzalone, indictment 25035. This matter is on for sentencing. As back on September 22nd, the defendant pled guilty to 1 count of manslaughter.
Very interesting, you know? They have another video with someone. It's all about he's calling out directly his life. I don't know if you see there. I'm gonna play that video, you know? I don't know if it's his second channel. Hold on. I think he have another channel. I'm not sure if it's second channel or not. Seriously, I don't know if it's the second channel. Hold on. It's gotta be second channel. Let me see. I can't find it. Damn it. Yeah, I know. I can't find that video when someone called out directly. Damn it. I'm still looking for it. Guys, give me a couple minutes. Let me find the video. I know it's in my history. I'm still looking at. Guys, I'm still here. Huh. I can't find it. No, no, it's not that. It's not. I seen it on San Juan King. It's in my history. I have to look at it. He was calling out on direct D. I need that. I need that video. I can't find it. Damn it! I'm not gonna play direct D video. This video. Oh no, he's gonna strike me. Nah. No, it's not down 14. Well, I have to get some. Hold on. Oh, well. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Huh. I know. I know. I played it before. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, well. Uh, uh, it's not there. Hmm. Okay, that's funny. Well, guys, I'm going to end this, guys. I told you guys later. Peace out and peace out.